might make you hold your breath, and that is receiving an IRS letter. A couple things to keep in mind is that sometimes the IRS delivers good news in the form of mail because that is their MO. On certain situations, the IRS may call you, such as if you're going through an IRS audit, or you have a field collector assigned to your case, or you're going through an Office of Appeals. You might get a phone call from that agent from the IRS. But aside from that, the IRS does not text, email, but they do mail. It's common that scammers are the ones texting and email pretending to be the IRS. And also certain letters being mailed out are actually fake from scammers. First thing to do, get that envelope, open that sucker up, and review the mail. Read the letter. Each letter by the IRS typically would address one tax year specifically at a time. So sometimes if you have problems for multiple years, you're going to get different letters for each specific year. Only very recently did they assign the IRS LT38, which is a brand new letter that the IRS came up with this year in 2024, and they send it off and it summarizes your tax problems and tax debt for balances due, basically stating that they're about to take action pretty soon. Other times it could be good news, such as acceptance of a tax relief program, approval for non-collectible status, an offer in compromise that gets approved, a penalty abatement packet that went through, something, anything. You'd be like, oh great, let me frame it up, I beat the IRS, let me put on the wall. However, sometimes our heart could definitely skip a beat getting something from the IRS. Being a business owner, it could be a letter of examination where it's saying, hey, we're gonna go ahead and review your tax returns for accuracy. It's regarding, tax year so-and-so. Here's our contact phone number. Here's our mailing address. Maybe even a contact person if it's going to be a local auditor, or it could be a correspondence audit. My name is Sergio Melendez. I'm an enrolled agent, Juris Doctorate. I have personally resolved hundreds of millions of dollars on behalf of my clients as their power of attorney with the IRS. If you're getting value from this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more. Regarding balance dues, if you ever file a tax return, you got to know that several notices are going to come in the mail. The IRS CP14 comes in the mail. That means that the tax return is finally processed, the bill is due. However, it's not a collection notice. Well, it is. The IRS is trying to get payment. However, they're not going to take immediate action upon you. As a matter of fact, even the sequences of letters you get down the road are going to be in sequence, because the first letter is just to warn you it's been processed, you have a balance due, here's the tax, here's some interest, here's some penalties, pay this amount by X date. And if you don't do that, then every 30 days you should get a letter, and then the IRS assigns that to a different department known as sometimes ACS, which is the Automatic Collection Systems by the IRS, and the letters from the Collections Department, CP501, CP503, and the CP504. The CP504 arriving by certified mail. Now you got to know that you get anything by certified mail, the IRS means business. They're trying to get your attention for you to communicate with them and try to resolve your issues. Another collections letter that comes in by certified mail is the LT11 or the 1058 notice. And these are the final warnings that the IRS gives you before they are able to take action on a particular year. On this letter, you could actually send to the Office of Appeals and say, I disagree with the collection action. I want the Office of Appeals to review, and you could go ahead and send the case out there. Now, if you get an IRS CP2000 or an examination notice, that means you have a chance to reply back to the IRS, submit your proof, work with the IRS to make sure you get a reduction of whatever they're trying to claim that you owe. But it's common that sometimes the IRS either gets your information, puts it in the shredder, finalizes changes that you still disagree with. But nevertheless, it comes by certified mail where you get a notice of deficiency by the IRS. It does come by certified mail. You might get the letter of deficiency, which is known as the CP3219. You can be afforded the opportunity to still appeal that notice of deficiency. However, you must do so by petitioning the tax court. You can submit additional evidence and even settle the case out there with the tax court. So it is very important that you review whatever you're getting in the mail, see if there's a chance for you to respond back, disagree, submit appeal, and ultimately, if you're getting all this and it seems too much to be out of control, reach out. We do provide a free case review to see what's the best possible way to resolve any tax issues that you're facing.